I inverted it like Duchamp and turned it upside down to create the river of clay. And I used it as metaphors and idioms to create consciousness about environment, about sustainability. But we need to do what we do, and yet can make a difference while we are doing what we are doing. I think we are all making a difference here in this room, and what we do is simply what we do with passion. How Dr. Rabin made this into such a wonderful platform, and how they keep on repeating and making it into such a phenomenal thing is innovation, is about believing in focus, and it's about passion. Steve Jobs made art, and he did it out of passion. So when they give examples of emotional quotient and the management gurus to corporates, I mean, they talk about us, they say, oh, look at artists, they're very passionate. So yes, passion is important, and we have emotions which we create with. And I think that's very important for innovation, because that's how I started. एहसास के घेरे में, तन्हाई में अकेले में, जब कभी अपने से कश्मकश होती है, तो कागज से या दिए से बात कर लेते हैं। अपनों में, बेगानों में बैठे खो जाते हैं, जब कभी अपने से शिकायत होती है, तो कागज को या गीली मिट्टी को बहाना बना लेते हैं। Just to confirm that I literal English, I'll translate that for you in English as well. Faintly familiar images rove in slow motion, faces long forgotten press against the glass panes, and some nameless thoughts disrobe in front of the mirror. Naked in darkness, they stand unseen but sure. But there, I move my fingers around them. They are the truths having come to me all the way to take shape and to be born. So, I started my journey when I was not supposed to do art, because I had a very tough childhood. I was a single parent child. I was supporting my mom, and I went through fire. So I think innovation happens when you go through fire. I think that's another ingredient which is important, because you grind it and you don't give it up. And I was supposed to be a doctor and whatever, and I didn't want to do that. So I got my sister married, and I had responsibilities. I did that, and then I decided to just take up art. I mean, I got through into corporates. I didn't follow the usual art school education. I did the Rabindranath Tagore, typical Calcutta route of going to the Academy of Fine Arts. But I think I learned more there than what I would have learned in art school. So, the college and presidency was, of course, about the 3 Ps, which is, they said, you can choose 3 Ps, which is Prem, Parashara, and politics. And Prem is, of course, love, which is legal in college. You can always do that. And Parashara is studies, and politics, of course. So you can only choose 2, and you'll get a first class in any case, because presidency is presidency, and whatever. So I chose, obviously, the first 2, the Prem and the Parashara. I didn't choose politics. And we sang and we danced and we did a lot of art. But I went on to join a corporate for 2 years. I was heading their operations. I got a company car and a company flat just out of college, and I was very excited. And people said, you can't leave art. And suddenly I said, okay, I'm quitting this and I'm taking to art. So I have a lot of corporate chiefs today, and over the journey of 2 decades, I've met chairmen and corporate CEOs and stuff. And people say, it's so brave that you followed your passion. But I think I cannot live without art, without making art. That's what Steve Jobs did. He did art. And art is so profound, it has such significance. We don't realize its potential. We can bring a change. With the current global project that I'm doing, which is the Earth Project, which is about art for Earth, I'm taking it to 39 countries and trying to create a change, because we can create a change through art and culture. And we do not realize its significance. Steve Jobs did, and that's why we have this phone today, which was this huge box not even a decade, 2 decades back. So art, if you look at architecture, you look at cities, you look at buildings, it's all art. Art is everywhere, art is life. And there is so much that art and culture can do in today's changing times, which are so changing, so dynamic, and so fluid, that politics and countries can have their leaderships, but art and culture and women who are so brilliantly taking forward art and culture in a very significant manner can play such a tremendous role in building bridges, in creating a synergy of thought. Because I'm talking about water and sustainability through my art, through this humble potter's produce. And it's quintessentially Indian. So I'm advising a couple of ministries, and we were told that PM is very keen about India's leadership role in establishing our culture and how the Vedic philosophy can make a change. The sustainability that the Vedic scriptures talk about is phenomenal, and it's true for every civilization across the universe, across the globe. In Mississippi, I saw their same practice of how we float the diyas in the Ganga, is how they do it in Mississippi. And I was surprised because they have such similar practices across civilizations. So we have a role that we can play in building bridges between countries, in getting people together, in creating a movement, which I'm trying to do now. And yes, it cannot be done alone. So you in every city can become an agent of change, a patron of change, where you can create a waterfront and be a part of it. So the waterfront that I create as part of the installations are actually, it's a bedrock of activity where we have dialogues with companies, with government, we have leading dancers who performed at the waterfront at, I started in South Africa, just like Gandhiji's did. So I hope that I can follow some amount of reach there. But in South Africa, we had school children coming in, and we had them participate in making the river with me. So we have immense amount of synergy in different cultures coming together in art and culture and music and dance and poetry, and bringing about a change of through dialogue. The 5-floor mural that I did at Airtel was also, in a way, an innovation which was not just a world record because it was 11,500 square feet or 5 floors high, but I got everybody from Sunil and Rajan Mittal down to the guards to come and paint with me. So they had a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging, and they created that tree of life, the mural, with me. So that is the satisfaction. We had 100,000 footfalls at the waterfront, at the India Habitat Center. We had 100,000 footfalls at DLF every day when I created the museum in a mall. So the mall is a consumerist environment, and they wanted to bring me into environment consciousness there. So innovation is very, very important if we follow our passion. And passion is what we all have, and wish you all the best to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing everything, your stories, everyone here. It's been a pleasure to share this platform with you. And I really look forward to sharing a lot more stories, learning from each and every person here. It takes a lot to stand up here, I can say that personally, and share something that we've all gone through, something that takes a lot of courage to at least share with people you don't know. But I have to say something, that accepting yourself changes everything. Accepting the reality of the situation that you're in, accepting that you want to follow your passion, accepting that you are going to change whatever that is you're going to change around your space, your work, your life. Everything is in your hands, no matter where you are, no matter who you are. And this platform has made me realize that even more. I had a stage fright before. I think it's slowly no more. Thank you. you. Thank you, Dr. Awardee. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks, girls. Beautifully moderated and a lovely session. With that, we'd like to begin our award ceremony. I'd like to invite Zina and Zoya along with Dr. Harbeen to give away the awards this morning. And our first awardee for today is Rinku Madan. Congratulations, Rinku, on this honor for being an exceptional woman of